What happens when a guy completely ignores a judge's warning, tampers with his tether, and meets up with the same woman he was ordered to stay away from? Well, let's just say Judge Simpson is not in the mood for excuses today. This courtroom showdown is about to get heated, and trust me, you don't want to miss how this one plays out.
You just can't seem to follow the rules.
She kept chasing me. That's it. And then she went to talking about calling the police and all that. She control thing she's trying to do. That's it.
I don't care what it is. You have got all of these charges.
I understand.
You just need to just stop blaming.
All right, guys. Today, we've got a wild court hearing featuring Judge Simpson and a defendant who just cannot seem to follow the law. This guy is in court for messing with his tether device and, get this, meeting up with the same woman he was previously charged with domestic violence against.
Miles Carter. Thank you. Mr. Burgess.
And Your Honor, I believe he's been arraigned. Well, obviously he's been arraigned. The PE is scheduled for tomorrow morning. I believe.
On the one case, I have a new case, however.
I was unaware there were new charges, Judge. But I don't know if this court's prepared to arraign my client.
I am.
Okay.
And I don't know. You're going to stand in for the purposes of the arraignment.
I'll be filing an appearance, Your Honor. I was unaware, but the charge, I would have filed one already.
It's a charge of interfering with electronic communication device, the 2-year felony, and then also domestic violence, second offense, a 1-year misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor. As it relates to both those charges, waive any further reading of the warrant. Stand mute to both those charges.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. I'll set a probable cause conference in that case for, I need a DV bond form, please. For November 14th, 2024 at 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. As to bond in that case, you want to say?
Yes, Your Honor. Obviously, Mr. Carter's here on his own voluntarily this morning or this afternoon. And obviously the court knows his history of appearance in front of this court. Your Honor, he just got a new job. He was, unfortunately, he lost his other job due to this incident, but he just got a new job that he'll probably lose if he's in custody. Judge, it does appear that the complaining witness in both these cases is the same person who has actually reached out to me before, Your Honor's indicated her, I believe, unlikeliness of appearance in the case. I don't think she wants to proceed with the case, but that's my understanding anyway. People might have a different position, Judge, but she's reached out to me independently and indicated that she does not want to proceed with those charges. But be that as may, Your Honor, I don't believe my client's a flight risk, and he's on tether. What's that? He's still on a tether, Your Honor. He did post a significant bond in the last case. Understand these are new serious charges, Judge, but I'm asking the court to consider a nominal 10% bond, if not a personal bond in this case.
Seriously? Judge Simpson is not having it and absolutely rips into him for ignoring court orders. If you're out on bond or probation, tampering with your tether is basically begging to go back to jail. And yet, this dude is full of excuses. This one's going to be entertaining, so let me know what you guys think about this court hearing in the comments. Now let's dive in and watch Judge Simpson lay the hammer down on this guy.
Anything from the people?
Your Honor, I have some advantage because I do have the police report for the newest case. Mr. Burgess does not, but I will indicate to the court a few things. First of all, this court arraigned defendant on not his newest felony that he was just arraigned on, but the one that's set for preliminary examination tomorrow on October 7th. At that time, the defendant was ordered not to have contact with the victim, Jennifer Matlock. The new date of offense for the newest case that we're here for today that the defendant is alleged to have committed is October the 20th. So later, and I will tell the court after review of the police report, the person representing themselves to be the defendant did have contact with the police officer and admitted to having contact with the victim. Denied the assaultive behavior, but did admit to having contact with her. Now, because the police officer was speaking with the defendant face to face, I cannot say with absolute certainty that it was the defendant. However, the police officer did a very good job in the report of detailing how he came into contact with that person, that this person kept called him back or presented themselves to be the defendant, and said that he would turn himself in for the bond violation. I don't have a record that actually happened. So Your Honor, in any case, this is somebody that was on the score for probation, on bond for a felony, and now has picked up another new felony. So I am asking the court to follow probation's recommendation about the probation and sentence the defendant to serve balance at this time. And in bond in this case, we're assessing for $100,000 for the new felony.
Court will order as a condition of the bond that there's to be no possession of any alcohol, illegal drugs, or any recreational marijuana. I'm not entirely sure what is going on with you in that regard. I ordered you on the 7th not to have contact with this person. And then lo and behold, we end up with this case occurring less than 2 weeks later. And tried to give you every benefit, and I understand there are only allegations, but try to give you the darn benefit of the doubt regarding everything, because of at least the way that you conducted yourself in regards, particularly regarding being a flight risk. But you just can't seem to follow the rules.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Judge. Judge, the incident on the 20th, based on conversations I've had with my client as well as the complainant in this case, the complainant approached my client, asked for a phone back he had purchased, but it was in her name, which he returned to her. That was the basis of the contact. That's our understanding of it, Judge. So I wouldn't, but
Right. But the thing is,
I know.
he needs to be turning around and running in another direction. He shouldn't even be having a conversation, shouldn't be doing anything
I agree.
whatsoever. I don't think it's at all unclear as to anything that this court has said to you regarding what you need to do. And you need to just follow the rules. I gave you a break the last time that you came in. Even after that, let you go.
Simpson, can I say something?
You can say whatever you want.
I get that the lawyer is doing everything he can, but let's be real. This dude buried himself in this mess. He didn't just ignore the judge's warning. He basically walked out of court, looked at the law, and said, "Nah, I'm good." He straight up committed crimes against the same judge who already told him to stay in his lane. That's like talking back to your mom and then immediately breaking something right in front of her. You're begging for disaster. And now he's standing here, looking all confused, like he didn't see this coming. Yeah, okay, just wait, guys. Judge Simpson is about to give him the wake-up call of his life, and something tells me it's going to be real painful. If this guy thought he could waltz back in and talk his way out of it, he's about to learn the hard way that judges don't forget anything. He might as well start getting comfortable, because I have a strong feeling he won't be leaving this courtroom as a free man.
She put up on me. I was in the room playing my game, and she came in the room. And
Then you get up and leave.
tried to leave. She kept chasing me. That's it. And then she wanted to talk about calling the police and all that. She's chasing me. She's chasing me. She's chasing me. I hopped in my car, and that's when I pulled off.
Well, maybe that's all going to come out, Mr.
I understand.
Carter. Maybe that's all going to come out. I let you out the last time. Should have, of all rights, locked you up on that date. Didn't do it. Gave you the benefit of the doubt because of the time that you came back after you were inadvertently released by the jail. And then what happens? You get that other case set for exam. Then what ends up happening? I get here and you've got another case.
It's a control thing she's trying to do. That's it.
I don't care what it is. You have got all of these charges.
I understand.
And you're the one under the jurisdiction of the court. So however you got to figure it out, you need to figure it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Defendant's bond on that case would be set in the amount of $100,000 cash surety. On his other matter, anything you want to say before I post sentence on that case?
I want to say, I tried my hardest. I tried my hardest to do right. I tried my hardest to stay away from women that want to see me in jail rather than see me elevate myself. So, I mean, I understand. You understand it. When I get out this situation this time, I'm gonna be by myself. I just know
You know what you ought to do, Mr. Carter, and I don't mean to interrupt you. You have the right to allocute, but I'm just going to tell you something. You ought to quit blaming them. You just need to just stop blaming them and thinking that they're the ones that stop you from going anywhere. Because, young man, that is not the case.
Yes, sir.
You are smart enough. You can do whatever you want to do. You can stay away from whoever you want to stay away from. The problem is, quite frankly, you're just being stupid. You're just playing games. And this is what happens. You end up in jail on a $100,000 cash bond, and you're about to go now.
I understand. I'll take full responsibility. I appreciate it.
Anything else you want to tell the court?
Oh, sir.
Judge, I don't know if it would have any impact on the court one way or the other, but I don't know if the court wants to wait to see the disposition of those cases, or if you're just going to follow the recommendation.
I'm not gonna wait. If there becomes a certain disposition regarding those cases, certainly I'll take that into consideration in modifying his sentence on the case, but I'm not gonna do that at this point in time. I keep giving him breaks, keep doing everything, and he keeps just coming back to this court, disappointing this court and ending up with more charges, just time and time and time again. And so in that respect, I'm done. I'm gonna revoke the defendant's probation. He is to complete the in-jail on farm program while he's incarcerated. I'm going to waive all remaining terms except the financial obligations on this case, discharge the defendant from probation without improvement. I will sentence the defendant to 365 days in jail, credit 162 days served. Defendant is to serve the balance.
Your Honor, the court ordered the Don Farm program. Probation also requested the DV program. So if you just requested DV, the court want the defendant to perform both or just one or the other?
I should have said in-jail DV program. Is what I meant to say. Thank you. Defendant's remanded.
Okay.
Oh, this is about to be good. Let me just get this straight. This guy has a restraining order against this woman. The last time he was in court, they told him to stay away from her, far away. Like, don't even breathe the same air as her. And now, he gets caught meeting up with her and actually thinks he can explain his way out of it. This is about to get real interesting, because I already know whatever excuse he's about to throw out is going to be next-level ridiculous. There is no way he's about to make this sound like it's not his fault. But you know I can't wait to hear him try. At this point, he might as well say he got kidnapped and dragged there against his will, because I just know Judge Simpson is about to roast him for this one. Let me know what you guys think about whatever nonsense he's about to say, because brace yourselves, this is about to be insane. Clip, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you always follow the law. Look, I totally get messing up, making a bad decision, and later realizing, wow, that was stupid. But it's a whole different thing when you turn around and do the exact same thing again, like you weren't just warned last time. That's not a mistake, that's just who you are. And this dude, yeah, he's made it crystal clear that he does not care about the law. At this point, jail might be the only thing stopping him from running straight back into another courtroom. But I have to take a moment to talk about Judge Simpson, because man, he does not put up with this kind of nonsense. And honestly, it's pretty refreshing. You can see the frustration, and honestly, I don't blame him one bit. On Judge Simpson's face, he's so tired of these repeat offenders wasting his time, and honestly, I don't blame him one bit. Judges hear excuses all day long, and at this point, they can probably tell within 5 seconds if someone is full of it. In most states, violating a restraining order is a criminal offense, and depending on the situation, it can stack up to some serious jail time. So when someone stands there acting like they accidentally broke the law, the judge is just sitting there thinking, yeah, okay, Tell it to your cellmate. And let's be real, Judge Simpson was not buying a single word of that weak explanation. And I respect that. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Let me know what you guys thought about this wild court hearing. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I post every single day, so stay tuned. I really appreciate you guys watching for real. Thank you and take care.